Hey babes, I'm Mother Dearest, and welcome back to the Off-Script Parent. Well, this is a lot bloody later than I anticipated, and I'm aware this is meant to be dropped weekly, but honestly, after the last week and a half I've had, it's amazing I've even got a script together, to be perfectly honest with you. It's been a fucking lot. So, today's episode is going to be about having your kids back, what that actually means and what that actually looks like. I will also say it's the first time I'm doing this in a video and audio format, so I'm hoping I don't get completely the whole way through this and then discover that the audio is absolute bullshit. And I don't know. Let's just wing it, see how it goes. I'm dyslexic as fuck, so I'm going to be reading, so I'm just going to be like this. So, not really sure there's any benefit to actually seeing me, really, but we'll run with it. Also, it's really fucking hot in this office. Honestly, this fucking PC kicks out some heat, man. Let's get on with it. Today's episode is about having your kids back. And I want to say this straight away. This is not blindly defending any and all bullshit they pull. It's not about letting them get away with everything. Your kids, just like mine, are not perfect. This is something far more discreet than going apeshit at their class teacher who dare mention that your little darling lobbed scissors across the class today, which they 100% wouldn't do, so they must have been threatened by the class bully to do it. What we're talking about today is making sure your child knows, even when they royally fuck up, they're not alone. Section 1. What people think having their back means. Much like I just alluded to a moment ago, when people hear having your child's back, they imagine a parent storming into school giving it the big un, like my child would never. Having their back doesn't mean thinking that your child is always right. It doesn't mean defending bad behaviour or fighting every single battle for them. Doing this just creates children with a sense of entitlement and the belief that they are untouchable. I know some people do this and they think they're doing their child a favour and protecting them from anything and everything, but eventually that overinflated sense of self-importance, who do you think that's going to get directed at? No, you don't get a sticker. It's absolutely going to backfire on the parent that created the monster. It's actually damaging not to allow a child to learn consequences follow actions, which are choices. The child isn't going to learn how their words and behaviours affect others. They aren't going to learn how to repair mistakes, nor will they learn to tolerate feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Children who don't have appropriate consequences don't learn how to say sorry. They don't learn how to repair mistakes, have boundaries, and can't emotionally regulate. Watching a parent life them, mislead, defend undeniably shitty behaviour, like seriously, what the fuck do we think that's going to turn into? In short, an absolute wanker. In detail, there'll be adults who expect endless grace but offer very little in return. They'll demand understanding and refuse responsibility. Lie, gaslight, manipulate. Think Jack from Maths Australia. If you haven't seen it, what the fuck's wrong with you? And if not, just Google or YouTube Jack Maths Australia top 10 dickhead moments. You'll catch my vibe. We don't create emotionally safe adults by protecting kids from consequences. That creates emotionally unsafe adults who protect themselves from accountability and hurt others in the process. So what does having their back mean? I am that parent that will talk through how they felt when they messed up. I tell them I do understand why they felt that to validate those feelings, but I also make it clear actions do have consequences. I'll stand by them through the fallout and I'll hold their feelings with them, showing them an example of a good moral compass, doing what is right even when they've really fucked up, supporting them in seeing why it was wrong and the consequences that come from that. As a parent, you should expect your child to make mistakes. That's how they learn to be part of our society. Shaming children for making mistakes is damaging for them emotionally and for your relationship with them. This does require them to be honest about what went down. If I've said this once, I've said it 1,000 times. I expect my kids to make mistakes. I don't expect them to lie to me. So even if we do want to scream, "Are you fucking stupid?" we can't. Going ballistic causes lying. Once they don't trust you to react how they need, you're fucked. The energy they put into talking to you and being open goes into learning how to lie, manipulate, and be a sneaky little fuck. So what having their back actually looks like. 2 basic statements to bank. I can't help you if you don't tell me what happened. I'm always going to be in your corner. We'll figure this out together. How we handle that accusation from the head of year that calls us to say our kid has done X, Y, and Z. We keep connection in public. You thank the teacher or whoever has told us our kiddo has been up to fuckery, and say you'll ask your kid for their side. Because even if a teacher has witnessed your child lamp someone, what was the context? What happened? What was the build up? Now, I can't lie, I'm not exactly proud of this, but at the same time, I kind of was at the time. I smacked a girl in the face in year 10 in the corridor in front of loads of other students and a couple of teachers. I got frog marched to the head's office, still calling her an evil fucking bitch. Probably not my finest moment. I got beyond bollocked by my mother, obviously, but I'd never hit anyone before, so why did I do it? This bitch and her twatty little mates bullied me relentlessly, intimidated me, made my life hell for about 6 months prior to this. I was scared to go to school every day, and if I'd felt safe to talk to my parents about this, or teachers took it seriously, then maybe her behaviour would have been dealt with before I snapped. I'm not saying it's right to hit someone, but we've all got limits. I did explain all of this to my head on the return after my 2-day suspension, and then bitchface got a 5-day suspension. She never looked in my direction again. I hope you see this video. You know who you are. So we ask them and remind them, I can't help you if you're not honest with me. I promise not to lose the plot if you can tell me the absolute truth. And I also say to my kids, I will always find out. Lying is a huge no-no. 9 times out of 10, on an average across my children, they'll tell me the truth. And then I can explore with them why they did what they did, and we can work to remedy the situation together. Admitting fault is hard. I know plenty of grown-ass adults that cannot or will not apologise sincerely, if at all. It's quite embarrassing, really. We have to show our kids that telling the truth and apologising in a sincere way with empathy is actually quite liberating, and it makes you feel better. The long game. Kids don't open up to parents who jump straight to judgment. Who would? Imagine telling your best mate or your partner or your go-to person that you've done something remarkably dumb, and they shame and judge you. Probably not going to go to them to tell them about your next faux pas, are you? Kids open up to parents that stay calm, stay curious, and stay connected. If your child knows you have their back, they're more likely to come to you the next time. Repairing. And listen, you'll get this wrong because at times kids pull the most outlandish bullshit. I'll admit, I have quite recently, over quite a major mistake, told my oldest son to stay the fuck out of my face until I'm calm, and that I cannot believe he would betray my trust in this way, with quite a few fucks thrown in there. But he's 16 and old enough to know that I need to calm down, and I'm quite within my rights to feel the way that I feel. Would I do that with my 7-year-old who insists on putting fucking stickers on my walls and my doors? No, because she's 7. I will talk to him once I'm in a calm place where I know I'm not going to lose my fucking mind to him, so probably in about 5 to 7 business days. I will apologise for my initial reaction, but not for how I feel. He will explain himself, as he has nowhere else to run with this saga, and I'll support him through the consequences. Having their back doesn't mean never messing up. It means coming back, always loving them through the good times and the bad ones. I'm not raising obedient children who just follow rules because an adult told them to. I'm teaching them to be good people who do the right thing and shouldn't need rules rammed down their throat in order to be a pleasure to be around most of the time. So if this episode landed for you, you're probably already doing more than you think. No one can possibly get it right all the time, but no one's above accountability and everyone deserves support. So thank you for listening. I feel like that episode was way shorter than I actually thought because I was writing for ages. Maybe I've missed a page, who knows? Once again, I am super sorry for this late episode. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen that I have had a merch drop. I'm kind of adding new designs fairly regularly. I've got 2 new ones that are going on there today. So I'm just doing a few at the start just to see what demand's like. But if you've got any kind of ideas or any particular quotes from our videos that you would love on a shirt, DM me or email me and let me know. My email and Instagram and whatnot will be in the show notes because it turns out, as I've said before, it's really fucking long and annoying to say. I hope you enjoy the fact that you were also able to see me whilst recording this episode. Feels a bit weird talking to myself. It was weird enough just doing it as a podcast, but now I'm doing it on actual YouTube. Also, strange. Okay, well, once again, thank you very much for listening to me waffle on. If there are any topics you would like me to cover, email me, DM me. I love chatting to everybody. It's really nice. Take it easy, guys. Much love. Mother dearest.